Hi everyone, welcome back. So today I'm in Arizona. I'm just out walking today. I'm in Ash Fork. For those that are new, I'll give you a little backstory on my channel. I talk about ways to raise your consciousness to a higher level. I talk about things that have worked for me on my spiritual journey. I talk about ideas that I may have come across or I've read that is supposed to help us on our journey and bring us closer to God/source, however you identify to that entity. So today I want to talk about 5 ways that you know you're in a spiritual awakening. The first thing that I on my personal journey, and I'm talking for me personally, when I started on this journey, weird things started to happen. And if you find this video, you were meant to see it. So it's not a coincidence. There are synchronicities that start to happen when you begin your spiritual journey. The first thing is I had people coming up to me saying things to me that were just, it's like, how did you know that? Example, like I wanted to start traveling and I needed to change careers. And the one thing I will never forget is this woman, she was an older woman, and I was at work and she said to me, she said, you know, it doesn't matter if you're here or if you're in Arizona, or if you're in some other part of the world. We live in a world today that is very interconnected, that we can travel where we want and be wherever we want within hours. Because I've always been the type of person that is afraid to move. I've always been afraid to move away from where I've grown up because it's familiar, it's home, it's just what it is. But 14 years of my life, I have traveled, I have done a lot of things, and that was, and I honestly believe that if I didn't have that woman give me that piece of advice, I don't think I would have been able to take that step. And maybe that sounds crazy to you, like, oh, why is it a big deal about traveling? Some people are just afraid. And one thing that I've talked about in a lot of my videos, the thing that I had to overcome was fear. Fear of talking on YouTube, fear of what people are going to think about me. And over the years, I have come to learn that I'm never going to make everyone happy. I'm not going to make everyone happy that watches these videos, and I'm not going to make everyone happy that's around me. I can't. It's impossible to do. So the best thing I could do is live my most authentic, true to self life and be the best person that I could be, and talk about what has changed. Remember, we are very powerful creators and we have the ability to change the world around us. And this goes along with one also. You're going to start feeling a tug. It's going to be, another thing was, a lot of times people are very hypercritical of people around them. When you're in a spiritual awakening, you might start being critical to someone, you see something you don't like, you snap back, you start to feel that voice, that feeling inside your chest down here that's like, yeah, I don't want to be that person anymore. I want to strive to be a better version of myself. I want to control my anger. I want to control my temper. I don't want to be so judgmental. I want to give people a chance. You start to become a little bit more aware of what you're feeling and what you're saying, and you have these synchronicities start to happen. Number 2, you find yourself in this moment where you know you're stuck and you don't know where to go. And you find yourself reaching out to source, maybe questioning the people around you. I don't know where I'm going, but this isn't it. I want more. And that starts tugging at you. And what that is your inner guidance system, because we're given the guidance system. And anytime we feel that dread, that depression, that sadness, it's because we're going in the opposite direction of what source or our higher self wants us to lead. Because we may say to ourselves, I hate myself, I feel horrible, I'm junk, I'm garbage, I'm never going to overcome this addiction, I'm never going to overcome being poor, I'm never going to be able to overcome any of this because I am stuck. That's not true. You find yourself starting to reach out and seeking guidance. You start looking at the world in a different lens. Then comes big isolation period. I did a whole video at the beginning of the year. Maybe it was the end of the year of 2024. Somewhere in that time frame, I did a video about the isolation period. This is when your old friends, you just cannot be around them anymore, and they don't bring you joy, and things that you did enjoy doing with them, you don't enjoy anymore, and they fall away. You then find yourself alone. You find yourself contemplating life, contemplating everything you've done up to this point. You start to question the world around you in a way that, in a lot of ways, for a lot of people, is like, what is happening? And it could happen fast, but most of the time it's a slow transition. I know for me, when I went for my last job before I'm doing my current job where I travel all the time, it was slow, and then it was like I was alone. I'm traveling across America alone. I was isolated. I literally had no one to talk to. A lot of the times I'm driving, I'm getting out, I'm starting to shift into the person that I was meant to be, who I am today. The world's going to start showing you where you need to go. If you pay attention to your guidance system and don't put resistance in your path, just go with it. It can happen slow, it can happen fast. It depends how you want it to go. Going to move on to number 4. Number 4 is where you've shifted place. The world that you knew is completely gone. It's like it was a whole other reality, a whole other lifetime ago. And you look around, and where you were to where you're at now, completely different. You have a closer walk with your spirit. You understand about spirit guides. You understand about source. You understand about your higher self and where that comes into play. You actually like yourself, maybe even love yourself at this point. You accept you for who you are. You're good, you're bad, all of it. I used to hate myself. I felt stuck. I felt miserable. There was nothing I could do. I like who I am. I like me for all my faults, and I like for who I am now and who I am striving and who I will be in the future. What we do today sets us up for tomorrow. What we do today will make us, and we start to what we do today helps us to manifest the life that we want. We have a better understanding of who we are, and we're starting to shift into the person we are and we're meant to be. Number 5, you've mastered these steps. And have I mastered it? No. I go back between step 3 and 4 a lot. Because I'm a work in progress. Will I ever get to number 5? Maybe when I'm old. I don't know. I don't know that. I'm not there, and I'm not going to pretend like I am. I do have a better understanding who I am. I have a better understanding of the world, and I have a better understanding on how to manifest things and make them come into my life. But do I fall down? Yes. Can I get back up quicker? Yes. And it's just like anything. The more you do it, the better you become at it. Those are the 5 steps of how to know you're in a spiritual awakening. Where are you at? It's okay if you're still at 1, 2. It's okay if you're in the isolation period. By the way, that isolation period, and I said this in my last video, comes and goes. As you shift into a new part, it's only logical that you're going to shift. What you know now is going to go away, because remember, we live in a frequency-based universe. And in that frequency-based universe, whatever we're vibing at is what's around us. There's people that are vibing at those low energy levels, they're not going to be around us. You'll see that shift, you'll see that where your friends go away. That doesn't mean you won't be friends with them again, it just means right now your path's separated. And at some point, you may be able to come back together. I have a couple friends that I did that with. And guess what? We're both on that spiritual journey. She tells me things, I tell her things, and she learns things, and then I learn things, and it's just how it works. So wherever you are today, I hope that you are being kind to yourself, and that like you are taking care of who you are. And if you feel depressed and if you feel like there's no hope, no, there is. All you have to do is ask. For a long time, I didn't want to talk about spirit guides, but I am going to start talking about our spirit guides and our higher self, because our spirit guides are there to help us. We have at least 3, and they are there to help us, guide us, and move us in the direction that we need to go. And all we have to do is ask. All we have to do is say, hey, I need you. I need you to start leading me. Give me signs that I understand. Don't just say give me signs, because they could give you something and you're not going to get it. Be like, give me a sign that I understand that's going to resonate with who I am, to realize that, oh, this is my spirit guide telling me this. You might start seeing repeating numbers, 222, 333, 444. They all have different meanings. They all mean something. And maybe yours is like 3434. And that's how your spirit guide talks to you. I know when I start seeing a bunch of 2s and a bunch of 5s, I know they're talking to me and they're saying, hey, right now you need to pay attention. Pay attention to what's going on around you. How are you feeling today? Take stock in that. Also, if you need to, write your thoughts down. And it could be a free write. Just don't worry about grammar, don't worry about spelling, just write. And do things that make you happy. One thing that I know for sure was that when I was disconnected from who I was and where I was supposed to be, nothing excited me. Christmas, getting anything new, I didn't get anything new. I just kind of floated. I was stagnant. There was nothing new coming. There was nothing changing. It was just day after day, repeat the same thing. Find what makes you happy. If at first you don't know what that is, think back to a child. Think back before you were flooded with all this information and how we're supposed to be and all this programming that society has done to us. What made you happy as a child? Was it coloring? Was it crafting? Was it just riding your bike? What was it? And whatever that was, probably as an adult, you're still going to enjoy it, as crazy as that sounds. Even if it's finding a show, like a cartoon you liked as a child that always made you happy and you were excited to watch it, watch an episode of it. Just allow yourself to reminisce and to feel joy. And as you start to do that slowly, that excitement that you had, that you used to feel for like Christmas and birthdays and all of that will slowly come back to you. You're not dead inside. You forgot how to be excited and how to have that happiness in your life. I'm up to 20 minutes on this video. It won't be that long once I get it edited and cut down, hopefully. But I think I'm going to end the video there today. Again, if you didn't subscribe, please do. It's free. Thank you again to all those that have subscribed in the last few days from the last video. But anyways, you have a nice day. Remember, God's source loves you, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.